Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniel Alvarez with Strother Real Estate in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and today we're going to talk about how much I made my first year in real estate. Before I get started talking about the numbers, I really just want to give you guys some insight as to my situation. Obviously, when you're talking about a sales job like being a real estate agent, we all know that the amount of people that you know, the people that you that are in your sphere of influence matters. So just to put it into perspective for you, I got here in 2014. I was in the Army. I ended up getting out in 2016. I went to school, got my degree in biochemistry, and then decided to pretty much walk away from school altogether and get my real estate license. I ended up finishing up in December of 2019. December of 2018, and I started actually selling real estate in January of 2019. So just to put that into perspective for you, I had only been living here in this area for about 5 years when I started selling real estate. Mind you, I did have somewhat of a sphere of influence. I did have friends, I did have people that, I hung out with, people from the military. I had established myself pretty well in this area. But I knew nothing about the industry. I knew nothing about this area really, as much as just as someone that just lived here, really nothing crazy. So another thing I wanted to talk about is kind of just the misconception, right? I came into this and really, probably like most of us, is, oh, I'm gonna come into this and I'm gonna make a ton of money, I'm gonna sell a lot of houses and I'm gonna do really well. And I think that I've done well, but I think it was a big shock when I realized really how much work and how much effort this was actually going to take. So, I mean, it's something that you're going to have to put a lot of time into, right? You're going to have to work hard, right? You're going to have to be consistent. It's a never-ending grind in this business. At least for me, and I'm in my 4th year, it feels like it's a never-ending grind. Maybe if we ask somebody that's been doing this for 20 years, it might be different. But as of right now, for myself, it's never-ending, right? If you're not working to generate leads, then you're not really closing anything or making any money. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get into the numbers. In my first year, I did 13 transactions. Out of those 13 transactions, the average price of the home was about $150,000. That equaled about just under 2 million in sales for the year in 2019. At that time, I was still doing other things. So I was doing it full time, but I was also managing some Airbnbs. So at the beginning of the year, that took away from kind of what I was doing with the sales, right? I was trying to split myself into 2 people. I was trying to do too much. So I ended up walking away completely from the property management in May. So I had the remainder of the year to pretty much do this full time. Out of the 13 transactions, 4 of them were sellers and 9 were buyers. The 4 sellers were actually friends of mine, so they really weren't people that I had to generate, even though in a sense I let my friends know what I was doing for a living now, what I had started to do. So they went with me when it was time, and just so happened to be that year that I had just gotten my license. Out of the 9 buyers, they were generated from either Zillow, Facebook, one of the lenders that we work closely with, or just friends looking to buy real estate. After everything, I made a whopping $39,407.90. That was after my split with the firm, my MLS dues, MLS fees, but gross. After all of this, I then still had to pay taxes on that money as well. So with that being said, I hope this gives you some insight into the real estate business and into your first year. Hopefully I wish you guys the best success, and hopefully you can do better. Hopefully you guys do way better than I did. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to reach out. I'm gonna leave my contact information in the description. If you wanna connect, if you have questions, whatever you need, reach out. Talk to you guys soon.